Hi, everyone. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing awesome. I am hopping on early because I've got a doctor's appointment today. So I didn't want to miss an opportunity to connect with you. So just hopping on a bit early so that I can make sure I get this completed and also, get to my doctor's appointment. So I hope you're having a beautiful day thus far, wherever you are. And today or this week, we're actually talking about a simple practice that you can do to connect more. Okay, so I love practice. I am a huge proponent of having a practice. Hey, Eric, nice to see you. It's so important to have a practice that you do on a regular basis, right? And I think I've been doing a daily practice for the last 11 years of my 12 years of recovery. So practice was a bit harder for me when I first started because I just wasn't sure about the recovery process. I wasn't sure if I was fully committed. I wasn't sure about a lot of things. But as I got more sure about myself and my commitment to my recovery, I knew that I needed to have a practice that I did daily. And this practice was really, more than just about my recovery from substances. It was really for my mental health. So mental health and trauma have been really the two driving factors of my addiction or my behaviors. And so it's been really important that I keep a steady practice to help with my mental health, to keep me stable, to keep me consistent with my mood and how I'm feeling, and also, to be more in touch with my body, which is the trauma stuff. So I find that my practice these days is way more connected to, grounding, centering, having a connection with my body, because those are ways that I support myself with the trauma piece. So this is, I'm sharing this with you today because either you have a practice and you want to up-level it, you want to upgrade it, you feel like it's a bit stale and stagnant. I encourage you to always keep some versatility in your practice. And if you don't have a practice, this will be a very simple start, a simple way to begin a practice. I have like 5 different frameworks for practices. So I like to, keep things fresh, rotate things around, add new activities to my practice, and just be really intuitive about, okay, well, what is it that I'm working on now? Or what is it that I want to deepen in now? Or what is it that I would like to embody more? And so I kind of use that as a guiding force for my practice at this point. But when you're first starting off, it's just great to, keep it simple. And today I want to share a very simple approach. So I love to think about connection when it comes to recovery because most of us are very disconnected in our behaviors. Our behaviors disconnect us from our true self. They disconnect us from, anything higher than us, and they disconnect us from other people. And so this practice that I want to share with you today is about connecting with your true self, connecting with something higher, and connecting with other people. So when I do this practice, I love to connect with myself first because that is a lead-in to me connecting with something higher and to other people. That might not be true for you. You might want to connect with something higher first and then connect with yourself and other people. Or other people like to connect with others and then they find that connection with self and something higher. So it doesn't matter the order that you do it. In fact, I always encourage you to hear what I'm sharing or hear what other people are proposing as tools and tips, and that you try it on and you find what works for you. So for me, I always like to connect with myself first because that's just a really important and strong place for me to be with myself, to connect with myself for the day. And so I do my practice in the morning, and the practice is always about connection to my true self. And when I say true self, I'm talking about connecting with myself beyond the ego. So beyond my human condition, beyond my humanness, I'm connecting with my authentic self beyond all of that. And so there's lots of different tools and techniques and activities you could do to support yourself in connecting. It's important you find the ones that you enjoy the most. right? And so for me, I enjoy doing some exercise. I enjoy doing a short meditation or a tapping video. I enjoy reading an ideal scene that I create. These are all ways that I connect with myself. And as I'm doing that, then I intend to connect with something higher. So my practice is very much based on connecting with myself. And as I'm doing these activities, I'm also intending to connect with something higher. And, whatever you want to call that, if it's the universe, if it's God, if it's, the Buddha or Jesus Christ or nature. Nature is another way that I connect throughout the day. So we have a beautiful backyard. I love to go out there in between sessions, in between working sessions. I go out there and I throw the ball for the dogs. I connect with the dogs. I connect with the earth. I connect with my breath. Like, these are all ways that we can connect with something higher as well. I know a lot of people like to surf, or people like to ski or snowboard or be in the mountains. There's different ways that you can do it where you're connecting with something beyond just your humanness. Okay, and then after that, for me, is connection with others. And so that's, really what my business is based on, is that I get to continue to self-actualize in my recovery process. And at the same time, I get to share tools and tips with others. I get to deepen in those tools and tips, but I also get to connect with other people around these tools and tips and how to live a sober life, how to live a life in recovery that feels good for you and that you're proud of. And so it's really this full circle for me of connecting with my true self, connecting with something higher than me, and also connecting with other people. And the connecting with other people is, for me, always the harder one, because I have social anxiety, and because just sometimes being in social settings can bring up a lot of anxiety for me. Connecting with others can oftentimes be the most challenging piece for me. But I always stretch myself. I always, put myself in situations where I do have to connect with people. And the truth is, I really enjoy it. I really enjoy connecting with people on a very deep level, and I enjoy connecting with people around purpose and passion. And so these days, I try to put myself in those situations where I know it's a positive environment for me, I know it's going to stretch me, and I know it's going to foster deeper connections with people. Okay, so this is how I use this practice. It's super simple. All you have to think about is, connecting with your true self, connecting with something higher, and connecting with others. And if you can start to do that consistently, every day on a daily basis, I would love to hear how that opens you up, or how that shifts things for you, or what comes up for you, right? It's really the consistent practice that heeds transformation for people. Oftentimes people think transformation is this boom, and that does happen sometimes, where we just have a shift like this. But the truth is that long-lasting change takes commitment, takes practice, takes perseverance, and takes consistency. And so, I'm encouraging you to implement a practice, or upgrade and up-level your practice if it's feeling kind of stale or stagnant for you. So that's my tip for today. I hope this is helpful for you, connecting with your true self, connecting with something higher, and connecting with others. If you can start to make that a practice and be really intentional that this is something positive for you, it's also positive for other people, then it can really support you in creating some lasting change in your recovery process. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I am, of course, going to post an accountability post tomorrow to see how you're receiving this tip. So this is all about application. How are you going to implement this? Try it today, try it tomorrow, and give it a go for a period of time. Again, you want to be consistent with this for an extended period of time, at least 30 days, to give yourself an opportunity to see what this feels like. And you can always tweak things in a way that works for you. So again, if you want to do it in a different order, or if you want to include something else into it, you can always do that. These things are really flexible, and really the main point, the main intention is that you're doing something that supports you in your recovery process. All right, it's been a pleasure being here with you today. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you're somebody who doesn't have a practice or wants to upgrade your practice and you would like some support with that, I'm happy to hop on a quick 30-minute call with you, share with you the 5 different practices that I use and see maybe which one would be the best fit for you. Happy to do that for anybody that feels called to get support around this. All right, have a beautiful day. Bye.